Archron. So warrior brought by JC, not the JCtepi. Archron is the pump troll, the one that has played Storm, and he's up now against Druid. I have to. Let's put, we're spectating. How we're gonna do it? Since JCtepi's side of the board is not yet available for spectate, so Archron lang. Back-to-back Emerald Explorer being played by JCtepi. Let's open our Hearthstone deck tracker. Maganda dito at nabuhagan ni Archron yung French Caliber. Somehow, JCtepi will eventually draw those bumps kasi etong Druid na to is playing several card draws. Like the Overflow, Fungal Fortunes, Breath of Dreams. Talagang mabubunot ni JCtepi yun, yung pumps. Archron now has 3 minions on board, 5-6, which is good against the 4-8 ng Druid. Wala naman silang direct damage dyan except for Fog Beam. So Moonfire kind of weak in this 5-6 taunted minion. So again, ban yung Demon Hunter and Priest. Di ko alam kung yun talaga yung gusto nilang i-ban, assuming nalaman na nila na nerfed yung Twin Slice, pero yung di nga siya actually nerf talaga, card change, balance change, or basta it's still strong. How many bombs now in JCtepi's deck? 3. There's Brawl for Archron, so kapag nag-go wide si JCtepi, yung Druid, kaya-kaya niyang i-mitigate yung amount of damage that he will receive. There's a chance na yung minion pa niya mag-survive, di ba? So, for Druid, he needs to plan his turn that he can combine several spells plus Soul of the Forest. Yun yung best na mangyayari the line of play ni JCtepi. Now we're seeing JCtepi going for the widest board that he could do, but unfortunately, there will be a brawl coming in when Archron got his turn. Kailangan ko i-share sa Hearthstone PH. So, hindi pa siya nag-brawl doon. Feeling ni Archron mahina pa yung board. So, he just went for the Deathwing. Deathwing still clears the board. So, okay pa rin. One semi-big dragon, 513. Wala si Archron na execute dito. So, ang pinaka-efficient na board clear niya sana dito is a Blade Storm. But now, I think he might just go for a... he'll go for the Blood Boil Brute, hit Battle Reach, draw for 2. No, he cannot do it. So, I might just go for the Wrench Caliber here. Okay. So, he just played Blood Boil Brute on 7 mana. So, no cheating of mana, apparently. So, ito yung layering ni JCtepi. He went for a Glowfly Swarm plus Soul of the Forest, which is good. But it can still be cleared by Risky Skipper. I mean, Brawl, Risky Skipper, Armor Smith, which I think he'll do here. Wow. And he can somehow do the Battle Rage next turn. And potentially draw for 5. So, lamang na si Warrior dito. And he has a 4-3 Wrench Caliber. So, yung aggression niya will not stop from here. Tapos si JCtepi only have 4 cards now. Wow, so he prioritized having the green skin now instead of drawing with the Battle Rage. I kinda like this Warrior deck. Although sa mga normal tournament, Warrior still getting banned. So I'm not sure why did JCtepi let this Warrior go rampant here in his round 1 game. So after this, I require JCtepi to restart his client kasi hindi ko siya ma-spectate. Archron 1. Warrior got the win. Warrior. Round 8. Boss and Pam Pam. Already done playing? Medyo malakas yung background music. Oo nga, no. Hindi ko napansin may background music pala ako. Ano yun yung audio? Yung music audio. Music clip. Ngayon, wala na, no? Hello? Option. Hello? Hello? Properties. Yan. Okay na. Better. Now, JCtepi is now allowed to be spectated. So, better viewing experience for you guys. Kita na natin yung parehas na hawak nila. JCtepi will be on the bottom side of the screen. JCtepi queuing up his rogue against Archron Druid deck. So, ano ba yung rogue deck ni JCtepi? It's playing the Umbral Skulker without questing Adventurer. So, I'm not sure how will that perform because normally, without Umbral Skulker, they're playing questing Adventurer. And if they landed early against Druid, they sometimes snowball from there. Ito naman tayo, hindi natin mapanood si Archron. Ano ba naman yan? They're not letting me watch them nicely. Ayan. Better. We can see now their deck properly. So, yung dun sa sa Druid, ang top deck niya would be from the left. Ito, dito top deck niya. Because I'm just mirroring one Hearthstone client instead of having two Hearthstone client. So, ang pinaka lumang card niya is Savage Roar.
A wild miscalculation.
Floating card naman. Ano ba yan? Client issue. Floating card bug. This is not from his deck, I believe. Yeah. So I think this is from Bamboozled. Since he played Bamboozled. So now he needs to clear the 5-1 Cult Master. And think about how he can manage to deal against the Edwin. 8-8 Edwin. So Archron decided to go for the overflow, which is good, by the way, because he has the exotic Mount Seller ready for turn 7. But unfortunately, his overflow rigged. No zero costed cards drawn. Medyo mala, so I'm not sure how will he do his turn 7. Meron palang Iron Bark, but Iron Bark. And the Bog Beam was tapped in, so maybe he'll go for that. So he'll try to protect his Mount Seller by... Oh, okay. So he didn't want that. So he wants the 8-8 to bump on the 6-11. But unfortunately, there's flick on JCtepi's hand. And it's a Mount Seller target. So no more Mount Seller, no more time for Archron to have a second layer of the board out of the Mount Seller. So yung chances na lang niya here is to have Isera unleashed. Then Fungal Monster will draw it. But that's a 2-turn setup. So medyo mahirap. And he's facing a 15 attack board here. So mukhang maka-even out si JCtepi dito. Rogue will somehow get the win. Wow, okay. So he'll go for the Savage Roar, but that can clear the 8-8. Then he'll Crystal Power his face. So from there, I'm not sure how will this pan out. Buhay pa siya. Nice. Nice outcome. So full clear. Pero ang problema ngayon is that he'll only rely sa taunt ng Emerald Explorer. And Archron will just maybe play his Isera now. But it's kinda risky. But with this Galacron play, kapag hindi maganda yung nakuha ni JCtepi, like this, Archron can go for the Isera Unleash here. Or if he wants to be safe, since they know what's inside their deck, the Glowfly Swarm top deck is really good. But without the Glowfly Swarm, he might went for the Emerald Explorer, then rush the 2-3. Because they know the deck list. He could play around the ambush. So now it's 8. Archron is at 8 health. Evis is not yet lethal. Maybe devoted Maniac into Kobold Lucky back to back. So now JCtepi can somehow clear the full board. Or no, he cannot clear, but there's only be 1-2-2 on board, and he'll have a 2-2 and 1-1. So still a good spot. JCtepi managing to pilot this match very well.
My dream is your nightmare.
So ito, lethal na to cause the 2-3 will proc. There's no chance for Archron to kill this 5 and the Abyss. And Ethereal Lucky was also good. Because it can also discover something that can damage Archron. Wow, another Abyss. So, showing that he somehow discovered at lethal there. But no, that's part of the psychological war. If Archron will get tilted and let that tilt disturb his focus on this game. So Rogue got the win. All one. I'm not sure if the next match will feature is the winner of this plus Tope, because Tope is the one that is waiting. Uh, you will queue Druid. Deck. Pag yung Mogul class niyan sa Rogue. Pero naman. So again, this tournament is brought to you by AKG Games Philippines, Mogul, and Razer. So Druid Mirror, their Druid is kinda similar,
For the wildlands.
except that the other list has one Savage Roar and what else?
Job's
I
done.
love the fire festival.
Yeah, one Savage Roar. The other guy has two War of the Wild, no Wrath. So that's the difference. So now, JCtepi has Overgrowth and Glowfly Swarm. Archron has only Glowfly Swarm but has coin. Unfortunately, he drew the three minions on his hand. The 4 minions on his hand. Medyo malas. But he still have a duck coin, so Archron can somehow cheat his way here if he could get the Breath of Dreams. Yung Glowfly Swarm sobrang weak. Imagine playing Glowfly Swarm. Only 3 spells here. So, dalawa lang yung masasummon. So, Fungal Fortunes is actually a good top deck. Hindi na siya problema na baka ma-discard niya yung important minions. Kasi nasa kamay na niya except for the second Emerald Explorer. So, he just coined out because he doesn't want to overdraw one of his cards. Next turn, he'll go for the Overgrowth. And from there, I think Archron will take the lead here. And JCtepi needs to answer the board of exotic mount sellers. So we'll see. JCtepi will have the initiative of having Glowfly Swarm, Power of the Wild. So that's a 5-3-3s. And he went for the Iron Bark, so that's a 4-6. While Archron will have a trouble dealing with that. Except for the exotic mount seller, Bugbeam, and Iron Bark. But he can only clear one. But this is a good board. But the 2-1 being summoned from the mount seller is not that great. So I think Archron is the one that plays only one Savage Roar. So if I were JCtepi, I could have went for the overflow right here. Or he could go for the power of the wild now. So 5-6, 5-7, and another 4-4 glowfly will kill some of the board. Oh, okay. So this is bet. Oh, I think I think that's not a good trade, right? Cause he could have bog beam double bump glowfly. This could have cleared the 5-5. Wait, did he waste?
What if?
Okay, so mas tama pala yung ano niya. Mali pala yung nakita ko. So 6-11 went to 6-8. 5. Okay, so mali mga mali. I think JCtepi missequenced that. Could have double bump with the glowfly. This 5-7 killed the 5-5. Will that change anything? Yeah, I think yes. Mas healthy sana tong glowfly niya. So Archron went for his second glowfly here. Then maybe next turn. And that's that second glowfly. That's his first glowfly. Kasi yung first board niya was first wave of board was from
What
the
if?
exotic mount seller. Is this lethal? Almost. But not quite. 2 damage off. So he's thinking if he wants to get greedy or play it nicely. I think
I bring life.
this is risky, right? He could have went for the 5-5 bump, then trade, then overflow, then look for answers from the drawn 5 drawn cards, then clear again one of the 2-2s. That's risky.
Let's see. Time goes short.
Archron went for a heal. Can he manage to clear this? He didn't draw the Savage Roar. Savage Roar there is kinda good. So he managed to have a block here. No, this is lethal. Savage Roar top deck. So JCtepi
Well
risky.
played.
Alex Traza paid off.
I can't win them all.
JCtepi managed to win with his Druid. JCtepi will proceed on the next round of 16 versus Tope. So GG to Archron. Thank you for playing. See you again next week if you want to play on the Wisbang tournament. Kakapasok lang, DC agad. So I think LeTequila is DC. Yeah. Put it here. Join giveaway. Join give. Type. Up. Other. F mode. So we're waiting for LeTequila to reconnect. Um, almost mirror except for the rogue and mage and different ban. Wait. Yung ano pala giveaway. Hindi ko pa na set up. Set up na natin. First, the giveaway feature. So there will be a giveaway in the chat. Will be drawn 3 p.m. on my time, of course. May delay tong stream. Just type Happy Father's Day in the chat and you have a chance to win 2 classic packs given away by
Job
AKG
done.
Games Philippines. So if you have friends here that's playing Hearthstone Philippines, that's playing Hearthstone, let them know that there's a giveaway on my stream. Now they're playing. LeTequila went for a tracking on 1. He's thinking what's the best pick up here.
Time moves quickly.
Blazing Battle Mage, Siamat, Bone Race. He'll skip the Blazing Battle Mage because that's for turn 1. So he went for Bone Race. He could have went for the Blazing Battle Mage, coin the Battle Mage. But I think it's weak. And Siamat is not that good in this matchup because almost there's nothing to... There's something to clear. The 4-6 Emerald, yeah. No, there's no Emerald Explorer here. The list hanzDC is playing is the one that has Beast and Arcs for Mishpin. So something different from the usual list. But it's still have the Glowfly Swarm combo and Exotic Monster and Serra. So hanzDC going for the clear and draw here. Looking for his Mount Seller or Glowfly Swarm. Mishpin Prime got drawn, which is good because it won't get discarded by Fungal Fortunes. If LeTequila go for the Dragon Bane here, there's a chance that LeTequila can clear it. As we can see here, from our point of view, there's Beast plus Wrath. Depending on what hanzDC prioritize, he could have Wrath for 3, then Beast. But he wants the draw, I think, from the Wrath. Or he'll go for the Moonfire Rising Winds. Moonfire is better to keep, right? Since Moonfire is 0 cost and it will fuel up the exotic Mount Seller. So I think the playing Rust there is better.
I wonder.
So let's see. If Nock Percy wants to cast this tournament, I could let him do it. I'm asking him in the chat if he wants to do it. So he'll jump in maybe starting round 3 or this round 2 if he wants it. So for this, hanzDC might just go for the Hero Power Wrath. Oh wow. He cleared it with the Crystal Power. I could have went for the Wrath there. I want to draw. Drawing is good here. This matchup. Requires attention. So he double innerbait into Iserangish. That's a good play by hanzDC. Sorry, I'm convincing Nock Percy to join me as caster. Maybe he could also co-cast with the other special guest later. Ellie doing miracle work. Passing his work to other people. That's nice. LeTequila managed to clear it conveniently with Ratnas Drake. And The Dormant Imprisoned Felmao was activated, so that's 5 damage to the face again. Maybe he needs to Bug Beam
I wonder.
Moonfire Ras, but that's bad. The Glowfly Swarm for 3/2/2s, some something that he could rely on, but still weak. So if he can top deck his Dream Portal next turn, it would be good. Even with Mount Seller, maybe not Mount Seller, it's kind of bad. Only one Moonfire. So Fungal Fortunes would be the best for hanzDC to get, since it can draw several Dream Portal. So I'll have a another guest caster, Percy, on round 3. So I'll just have to solo cast this round 2. He'll set up his camera first, and of course, me too, I'll have to set up his camera also. So Alexstrasza got from the
Well played.
portal. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with this, that's yet lethal. So I think LeTequila will just have to go for the widest board he could do that he knows the Druid cannot answer. Unless these are several taunt dragons. Oh wow, no. Mishpin Prime won't be able to help him here. Oh wait, 218, 299s? No,
What to
he cannot win. He lose from here, regardless of what he wants to do. But that's the best play for hanzDC. Go for the double taunted Mishpin Prime. Any top deck kill command. Now need to do the tradings. LeTequila got the first win between his opponent hanzDC. So how LeTequila is left with his rogue, hanzDC can queue up his druid or mage. I want to see mage, just because I want to see puzzle box. So since LeTequila was disconnected earlier, I think my spectate got broken. That's DC. Yeah, they have to re-challenge themselves. Last time we had this unlimited tourney. It's Mother's Day. Now it's Father's Day. Maybe next time, I don't know what day would this unlimited tourney fall, but I'm not sure if this will reoccur on July. My proposal to the accepted proposal for this tournament was until this unlimited tourney number 2 only. So I have to propose again if I want to continue this tournament.
Valera versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Oh wait.
You're back.
Ah. Oh. Okay, okay. So I have mistake here on the overlay. So actually, hanzDC don't have mage. It was LeTequila that has mage. So we're here to see mage deck for sure because LeTequila's remaining deck is mage. Apologize for the wrong class. Wow, coin Edwin
Job's done.
with prep ambush. That's 8-8.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
And there's a Seal Fate on hanzDC's hand. So regardless of what minion the mage play, it can get answered.
You fell right into my trap.
So he needs to Ray of Frost. The Ray of Frost is there to slow down the face damage. hanzDC can set up at turn 6. Sure, his Baron Tagwagal with Faceless Lucky or any lucky that he could get from Praise Galakron, the Shadow Step. I'm not sure if he needs to do it, but probably yes. So Broken Ambusher will hit the 2-5 dagger. Or if he wants, he could play Ethereal Lucky first. Look for Sap. Wow, that's a tap deck. Not tap deck, an RNG from the Ethereal Lucky. This is sure Sap. 11 damage will connect to the face of the mage. LeTequila getting pressured.
Too soon.
Asking those who are already defeated or not joining my tournament to cast the tournament. Wow. Another 9 damage to the face. Wow. That Shadow Step into Cobble Blood. Ethereal Lucky was a very, very MVP here in this game. Ethereal Lucky MVP, not Edwin. It's Ethereal Lucky. Let's see if LeTequila can cheat out his puzzle box. I believe no. He has Dragon Caster, but he's not holding a dragon right now. So LeTequila requires to tap deck a dragon and the Dragon Caster if he wants to cheat out the puzzle box. Again, next round 3, round of 8. Doc Percy, Dave Vadiola will accompany us to cast this game. Then at round 4, semifinals 1 and semifinals 2, and the finals, there's another guest caster that will accompany us on the stream. So hanzDC going for the draw. Wondrous Wand here. Pump. So LeTequila still failing to get the Dragon Caster into puzzle box. So Hager is good, but not enough. This is round of 16. Oh no. Mali-mali ang info given out on the overlay ng stream. Sorry for that. So now they're left with Mage and Druid. Mage can do miracle things here.
Malfurion versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild. Your wish is my suggestion.
So we're seeing Zephyrus the Great into Wild Growth now. Both of them will have a ramp. hanzDC getting the Overgrowth and Glowfly Swarm. Especially with coin. This is hard for LeTequila for sure. And seeing that the Zephyrus the Great was played, there's no immediate answer on potential Glowfly Swarm. First Glowfly Swarm here. Wow, that will be a back-to-back Glowfly Swarm for hanzDC. This will gonna be hard for the Mage.
Another soul to consume.
This will be a bump coin Glowfly Swarm, right? Or he could just Overgrowth. He'll Glowfly Swarm, but he could do it now. Do it now. Oh, okay. Doesn't want to do it now. But there's a lot of option on hanzDC's side. He unlocked the Zero-Man Iron Bark and Bug Beam. Maybe hanzDC is waiting for a Power of the Wild or a... maybe Power of the Wild. Just to beef up his Glowfly Swarm. So that's the Power of the Wild. He got it on the next draw. So somehow, even though it's kinda late for him, he could have went for earlier one turn earlier Glowfly Swarm. Then have the Savage Roar and the Power of the Wild here. Potentially having almost lethal. But this is still a strong board. The mage play here can be a Frost Nova. Frost Nova into Doomsayer.
Time waits for no one.
So if hanzDC win this game, we have to look for someone that we can stream. So Snapcaster and Rainy Days is already finished. DualNote and Papam is already finished. So we'll stream the winner of Tope and JCtepi versus MACnavy. That's the round 3. So we have a time to set up the stream first. So now this is another Glowfly. Oh wow. Doesn't want the Glowfly. If he Glowfly there, that's still a max board of,
Time waits
yeah,
for
max
no
board.
one.
So he played Moonfires just to prevent him to overdraw.
You're in my hands now.
Oh, that's unfortunate for hanzDC. This could have been lethal for him now.
I wonder.
So now he will have a hard time how to kill the Archmage. Imagine Mage having a board against this Druid that has 2 Glowfly Swarm on hand before his regular turn 6. I mean regular turn 5. Because he was able to ramp. He went for a overgrowth rather than playing the first Glowfly.
A natural mistake.
So this is almost Reno clear, right? This Archmage bump, then 4/4 hit.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
this is clear.
We're gonna have some fun.
So, buti hindi siya... same lang, same lang. Same outcome lang if we do the bump first. Oh, sad to see that hanzDC failed to spot the correct play there. But, see you again next week for the Wisbang tournament, hanzDC. You're not yet lose here, defeated here, but it's already turn 10. 10 mana for LeTequila. He could play the DQA now.
Time waits for no one.
So this is just end turn. Again, this is enLIMITED Tourney. There's a 2 global bans or restricted. The Hearthstone Philippines community voted out Priest and Demon Hunter. Last time it was Priest and Druid. So Priest was public enemy number 1 for the people here. We have how many non-Filipino players? There's 2 non-Filipino players. Nothing Special and Pegasus. One from Malaysia, one from Singapore, but unfortunately they're out early round 2. So we won't be able to feature them. This tournament is available to everyone who plays in America's server. But I'm not sure if I plug it very well. I tried to share it on several Discords. I don't know where to share it. Pa? Maybe Twitter. I don't have a lot of Twitter followers, so that won't count. Maybe Reddit. I'll try Reddit next time if I have this tournament again.
Time waits for no one.
And by the way, guys, for you out there who had been playing in the Mogul platform for several months or years, there's a rumor that there's gonna be the submit deck feature in the following months. So we won't be doing the Google Forms from there if it happens to if they implemented it. It would be easier for us to play Conquest now. This tournament is brought to you by Mogul, Razer, and AKG Games Philippines. Wow, Dream Portals being drawn. He needs Taunt. If he can get Taunt, he could still win. He haven't got his Iron Bark? No. He already played 2 Iron Bark, so there's no more Taunt. The only taunt he could get is from the Dream Portal, but unfortunately, it won't help him. So right now, there are 13 players joining the giveaway.
Time waits for no one.
To the winner of the first giveaway, I'll be needing your email address that used here in the Hearthstone. Also the battle tag. So we'll draw it exactly 3 p.m.
Play. I concede.
So LeTequila managed to get the win. 2-1. We have to set up the round 3 now. Doc Percy will join us to cast this remaining series. See you again later. GG to hanzDC. Congrats to LeTequila moving up to the round 3.
It's looking like a solid opener. Meron na bang, can you see the stream? Can you see the games na?
Yeah. You
Because I
can
can
you can spectate their games now.
Alright, so this looked like a solid opener for both MACnavy and Tope. Because with the coined out Imprisoned Felmo for MACnavy side, and then a Breath of Dreams into an overgrowth. Now, fast ramps versus fast boards. Paano to? How is this? We'll be taking 5, but for a good purpose here. Happy Father's Day to everyone, by the way. That's how you can join the giveaway, which will be happening a bit later. So right now, MACnavy is just developing the board, seeing as Druid has a difficult time contesting a board, especially if he's only playing like spells.
We just
So-
continue, Percy.
Yeah.
I'll
You
fix the
can
stream
handle
first.
You fix the stream. You can handle all of the important stuff behind the scenes. So okay, so it's just going to be me for a little bit to check up on what's going to happen here. Oh, that's always a good thing to see with your exotic mount seller. A random Zigzor,
Yeah, random rush boys.
random rush boys. Oh yeah. So now,
Fortunate to have witnessed
wow.
You wish.
Plus an emote, right?
Wow! Fastest snap pick Shadow Word Death just to get to the Mount Seller. But after the board clear, I don't think Tope has anything else here to pressure other than the Zigzor and this Jungle Panther. Next turn, he does have the Ysera to at least have some passive pressure. So it's either he can currently he can go for a Crystal Power or a Bog Beam to completely decimate this Zephyrus and push 6. So he chooses for the Bog Beam because the Crystal Power might be useful later for heals probably. So now Tope is in the driver's seat.
So again, MACnavy is the one that playing Hunter. Tope is the one that plays Druid. The ban received by Tope was Warrior, while MACnavy got his Druid banned.
Oh, this last tracking last, and of course, this is terrible. Tracking. You don't want to see both of your legendaries in one discover.
So
Chooses the Alexstrasza.
yeah, go for the later turns. Since MACnavy already managed to fend off the first layer of exotic mount seller.
And it doesn't look like we're going to see a second wave soon.
Yeah,
This
but
looks
there,
like a
but there's overflow, so second wave would be Dream Portal for Tope, right?
Yes, of course. And
Oh.
here's a Zixor of his own,
Yeah,
MACnavy. He's gonna play
bigger Zixor, older Zixor.
Zixor Mini Prime.
So I'll just announce the winner of the giveaway now. The first giveaway, wala tong halong daya. Pag lumabas ang pangalan ni Percy dito, walang halong daya yun, ha? So,
Nauna lang
closing
talaga
now.
ako. Wait, hold on. What? Huh? Wait.
So, I'm not sure why was the MACnavy is the one that conceded, right?
Yes. What? But why? The Kalek goes. Does he have nothing to deal with the Kalek goes?
So,
And
Druid
here's the giveaway winner.
got the win. Aster255 get the win. The giveaway win. But I'm not sure if he's in the chat, so let's wait for him.
Mael versus Sylvanas.
Victory for the Forsaken. None.
Okay, so I see a deck change here from MACnavy.
Yeah, I thought it will gonna be a Hunter Mirror, but it's not.
So Hanar, despite the nerfs, is still going strong in our the Philippines meta, no?
Yeah. And a tournament meta.
Tournament meta. And Tope, this hand, the starting hand, trades a 1-drop for a better 1-drop.
It's nice to see that MACnavy have a good early game also.
So we're going to see a very tempo-y battle at the very start of the game. Very exciting stuff.
Backstab here. I wonder if Tope will go for the Scavenger's Ingenuity or the Fairy Dragon, but I think he'll go for the I'm not sure. He could
Yes, yeah. He has Veranus in hand, so he can skill rider this Pharaoh Cat later.
yeah.
So the Ingenuity looks like a good play. And then here's the 6-star Mini Prime again. The 4-6.
But the problem would be the secret being played by MACnavy. There's, I think, what's the secrets inside his deck? Only Dirty Tricks and Ambush. So he know that the two active secrets is one, Ambush, and the other one is Dirty Tricks. So any minions that he played now in his turn will get answered by the Ambush.
Yep. So he needs to mitigate the least damage.
Or maybe Blackjack Stunner. Okay, so MACnavy just went for a trade and hero power.
Yeah, you don't want to Blackjack Stunner the Scale Rider because of the 2 damage. Because he can play it again next turn and just deal with the stunner. So I don't see the play. I don't see that play. You can probably stunner the 6-star Prime. Or the 6-star Mini Prime, I should say. So that it comes back into a 2-4. Sure, it's a rush, but it's less scary now. And that's a good top deck Evil Miscreant.
On wings of evil.
And now we're approaching turn 6. But we already have a 6-drop. So this Waxed Red pick though, very valuable for the late game pushes.
Although it's kinda rare to see a Highlander versus Rogue to go for the late game.
Maybe it's just because it's a 7-5.
Maybe a Titanic Lucky, the 7-5, then deal with the board. There's no clear Ratness Drake answer here. There's a 33% chance that he could fail. But the good thing here is there's a Veranus. He could also equip the Third Spear here, or what's the best
Maybe
play
just
here?
Varanus himself. Let's see. He could also go for the 50-50 or I mean the 50-50. So, I mean everything is a 50-50, but
Yeah, if you believe it's always 50-50.
yeah, then definitely by all means just go for it. But you could take the risk. You could just play the big old whelp. There's a lot of lines here for Tope.
Victory is in my grasp.
So after 255 show up in the stream, he'll be the first winner of the giveaway.
Yay, congratulations.
Congratulations to you. You win 2 classics packs from AKG Games Philippines.
Oh, that's a value rot nest drake here. And Tope does just as you said with the Desert Spear equipped. Ready for the Varanus later. Oh, and
But-
there's a big guard. Yep, I only see a Varanus here.
Yeah, this is Varanus play for sure.
It can't deal with everything.
Yeah, there's one, either Reborn unit or the Waxadred.
Let none survive.
So maybe Varanus isn't the play. Maybe a Rotnest Drake is the play. Because
That's true, because this is a good target also.
yep, and it doesn't really matter which one dies here. Here it just needs to hit for 6. Just take it like a champ.
Yeah. Next turn, he could have Varanus coin Unleash the Hounds.
There. Sounds like a more decent play. Here's the Fairy Dragon. At least with Tope's hand having multiple dragons, it's not going to turn off the second Rotnest Drake that he has from the Primordial Explorer.
Yeah, there's a big overwhelm, so it won't get deactivated. It will always have the battle cry effect. So I think now he'll go for the Varanus coin Unleash the Hounds because he wants to preserve the board, right?
Yep, this is getting really scary. The questing adventure can get out of hand really fast. Especially from this Temple Rogue. Looking for more lackeys as well. With the
So the hunter is now down to 8, but there's a few burn spells from rogue list, so Tope is still
You only
in a
have
good
to worry-
spot.
You only have to worry about the Viscerate, if anything.
And the fully invoked Galakron.
Alright. How many times has he invoked? Like, he's only invoked
Vengeance is near.
Based
0
from
times.
0 times. Based from my Hearthstone deck card, haven't played any invoke cards yet. So MACnavy's list was how many questing explorer? So there's 2 questing explorer. I mean questing adventurer.
Questing Explorer is a different card. Okay, here we do see the Unleash, but okay, maybe you should trade first here for Unleash. I mean, it does the same thing. Wait. Decent trades. And now,
It's also set up next turn lethal for Tope.
oh, we do see a brand in his hand.
Yeah, there's a Bran plus 0 power, so that's already 10 with weapon 11.
And we have a slow play from MACnavy, which I think is going to be
It will get punished by Tope's hand.
what? And I don't think he does have any answers for the board. That's why he went for the Brightwing.
Yeah, flick
So,
Skyship plus Shadow Step. Another
It's
Skyship
10 mana.
is 10 mana, so it's not that good here. So we're gonna be seeing a game 3 between Tope and MACnavy. By the way, these two
No,
players...
Tope won already, so
Yeah.
this is a
Oh,
win.
okay, wait.
This
Yeah,
is 2-0
Tope.
already.
So this is 2-0. So we're approaching semis now. I have to tell the players that semis 1 and semis 2 will be streamed.
I concede.
And that's a GG. He did
So-
see the brand in his hand from the Lazul. It's on obviously fault.
Yeah, so
and
congrats to Tope winning this.
congratulations.
Tope, the one that already at the final stage of Elite Series. MACnavy will gonna be playing on Saturday, same bracket as me, but might be facing 2 weeks from now. I mean, the July 4 or and see what are the classes for game 1. DualNote is an Elite Series competitor also. He'll be playing at the group stage. Same as my group.
The same, yeah.
Yeah, MACnavy and DualNote will be the first one to fight there to duel out. I'll be facing Enrico first. So, for sure, one of MACnavy and DualNote, I'll be facing them. So just like what I've said, DualNote queue up with his warrior. And LeTequila went for his Druid. Although in Conquest, especially in best of 3, queuing order is not that important. Based-
Yes.
Based from what I heard, it's not like the last hero standing that there's the importance on which deck to queue.
That's interesting to note as well, since Conquest works in a way where you have to bring decks to be good in a lot of the matchups, so that you don't have to worry about matchups too hard.
What was I
Yes.
thinking of again?
So
True.
now, yeah, we did see a RAF. My game kind of bugged out, that's why I wasn't able to spectate. But I did see the RAF over the Bomb Wrangler.
Yeah. So I think LeTequila will go for the early glow fly here. Next turn. 1, 2, 3.
Because there's
Four?
no reason not
But
to. 5 currently. 5. And
But
if he draws another one, it's 6.
yeah, 5 and 6.
And Archron Elite. This is a terrible hand from DualNote. They're all buff heavy.
Buff heavy and direct damage spells. Mortal Strike, it wants to go face, right?
Definitely, you don't want to see it trading. And here's an egg. You don't have a Bloodsworn Mercenary in his deck, surprisingly, because apparently that's not needed. Just the Terrans should be enough. No need for the slow copies of the Bloodsworn Mercenary. This is an interesting deck list from
Yeah,
DualNote.
it's aggro warrior with not so much of pirate package.
What is this? This is an all-in play from DualNote. You don't usually see this very early on, but
But it might give him the win.
that's his hand currently. That's the only.
Yeah, that's the only play that he could do. So Mortal Strike plus weapon. Cause I think LeTequila will go for the Savage Roar here, right?
He has to, or maybe he can, but he just trades like two of the glowflies, and then going face with everything else is just 6 plus 8 is 14. Puts him down to 16 and not within Mortal Strike range. We have an overflow from him next turn, which stabilizes him for a little bit.
So this is
But-
just 14 damage.
Force of Nature Savage Roar. Dear.
Yeah. He's
So
thinking
now-
if he wants to maybe Iron Bark something or Rising Winds already, but I think it won't be a nice play because he already have Exotic Mount Seller on hand and Innervate. Okay, so decided to go for Hero Power. So he prioritized the 1 HP gain there.
Yep, and 1 less damage dealt by not attacking.
Yeah.
Would, mitigate Mortal Strike. Here's the Wrench Caliber, which is already staring down at Lethal.
Yeah, if we
here,
draw there, if we draw here, the bomb.
which is a 1 in 17, 1 in 18 chances. Of course, he's not gonna get it. So now, do you?
Oh wow.
That was
He
a
did-
Snap Mount Seller.
Yeah, and he didn't think of there might be a Mortal Strike.
Uh oh. This
So, but-
move. Oh,
But it's very smart for LeTequila to play around the. I think he just missed the 1 damage there earlier with the hero power. Tama ba?
oh no, he's not playing around it. Yeah. He's not playing around it. He doesn't see it.
Well played.
That's a well played, good sir. LeTequila misses the Mortal Strike. This is open decklist, right?
Yeah, open deck list.
Oh, very unfortunate. Doesn't play around the off chance here. Goes for the biggest taunt, but it's not gonna be enough. Because he's still within Mortal Strike range, and DualNote takes game 1 of the series.
And it's also hard to play around since he has a taunt. So DualNote can just hit with weapon. So
But you
play
can
around
just
the life total won't be that much here.
I mean, it would have been more possible if you taunted up the Glowfly instead of
that-
Mouncel. But you might
yeah.
die to offer other means, so it's kind of
Yep.
like taking chances. It's either
Yeah,
you play
taking
around
risk.
or not. Yeah, it's
That's true. That's true.
risk mitigation. So unfortunately, it was the wrong risk.
This is
But let's
another.
move on.
Yeah, this is another aggro paladin list from DualNote. A Morlock list.
Murloc,
While LeTequila is playing the mage, Highlander mage.
Highlander Mage, the slower deck out of the other one, the other high rolly Druid deck.
So Imprison Observer is kinda good. Top deck here, but he might just go for the Zephyris coin Hungry Crab if he wants a board here. Right now.
Right here, right now, since you have to worry about the Felfin Navigator,
What to do?
because if you coin out the Observer now, and then the Felfin Navigator drops like after like buffs.
Yeah, 2 turns.
The 2 turns from the Imprisoned Observer, it might not be able to make it
Runs out on
here. But let's see here from LeTequila if he thinks otherwise and just pings. He's saving the Zephyrs for something bigger.
Yeah, maybe for the clear or heal.
Definitely clear, probably from a Zephyr Shadow Flame, and all of the other shenanigans that work. Of course, this is all assuming he lives long enough with this small pressure from the Murlocs. It's not really that big of pressure right now because we're all seeing 1/1s, but that damage can stack really fast if you don't deal with it. Here's the Observer, which is looking like 1 turn too late.
And with the Scale Lord ready on DualNote's hand, the Imprison Observer won't kill it. It will just pop off the Divine Shield.
This is looking pretty bad for LeTequila, but he can stabilize if he keeps his coin here because he has a Blizzard.
And I think he'll just have to play Escape Mana Saber here, or just the taunt. The merit of playing the Escape Mana Saber there is that he could attack and play Blizzard, right?
Definitely. But the coin rate of Frost here, what do you think of it? It delays your Blizzard turn. But is there any better play than keeping your coin there? Oh, that's a pretty solid hand, the solid tempo for DualNote that you really have to see it to believe it.
So this will just be a back-to-back AOE removal, I think, for LeTequila. With Zephyris the Great, Blizzard.
Okay, the no
So-
attack here.
So Zephyris, I think, would give a almost clear here. It could Lightning Storm, right?
Oh yeah. Lightning Storm will definitely clear at
Um,
least.
Half of the boards because there's a Reborn from the Mami, the Scale Lord will survive, or the
Not the
Belfin Navigator.
To do.
Self.
So I think the 2-5 will just trade on the Pelfin Navigator. So so a Scale Lord will survive here. Oh wow. No
Ooh.
Lightning Storm.
But the Shadow Madness is just pretty
Yeah,
good. because it gets
the Reborn. So it's still good. I don't know how to play Zephyrs, by the way. The time I played Highlanders, the Hunter, the 2 days ago. So I'm not that versatile to know what will Zephyrs offer. I just only know the straight up hungry grab, or if I'm facing a whiteboard, there's brawl or other board tiers. So right now, LeTequila already is on the way to come back here because of already at the mid game. Blizzard plus his minions here. He might even not play Blizzard next turn.
But I don't see a reason not to play Blizzard because he's down to 13. He doesn't have a dragon. That Power of Creation is gonna stay there for a while. So I guess I could just see a Blizzard. You are kind of scared from what DualNote has. Wait, the random Murloc was the Gold Light Seer. So you can choose to clear this board. Or
I think he just needs to clear the board because of the potential buff coming from his hand and Scale Lord, which is already in his hand. So that's a good clear for LeTequila.
now he's down to 10, but I think he can stabilize as long as there's not much pressure from DualNote's side here. Scalar for tempo.
Yeah, that's a 5-6. That's kind of big. No dragons to activate Dragon Caster to see the puzzle box. I'm waiting to see a puzzle box here, by the way.
You haven't seen a puzzle box all day, right?
Yeah, no puzzle box.
And that's something to spice up the game a little bit. And of course, for survival. Does DualNote have enough to deal with this Doomsayer? Oh, with the War
Poison
Leader,
News,
yes.
War Lead, yeah. So that's a good top deck for DualNote.
Well played.
Oh wait, this is lethal.
This is even lethal, yeah.
Never mind. Oh,
Nice
And-
sequence of draw, wow. That's a fast game.
fast games. And I think this is how DualNote plans to play the
Yeah.
Elite Series. Fast games. A very aggressive player. And I think it's worth it. If you get to win your games this quickly and this decisively, it should leave not only a victory, but like a moral victory.
Yeah, and it's also surprising, right? To see, especially the warrior list he is playing.
Yeah, it's not your usual egg warrior. It doesn't
There-
have.
And it's also run Leper Gnome, by the way.
Oh yeah. I just saw it right now. Like you've never seen leper gnomes in the deck, and like until when Face Hunter was a thing
Yeah.
years ago. That's the only
Actually,
time.
Face Hunter still plays Leper Gnome now.
Now.
Yeah. I play Leper Gnome, the all Face Hunter. But
You play it with Kobold Sand Trooper nowadays, which is more potent.
I played those those cards.
Oh, those two
We have both those cards. So we'll have to switch to the waiting screen. Tope and Snapcaster will be the semifinals too. I have to set up the guest caster, which is Karakut, by the way. So Karakut and Percy will be the one casting the semifinals too and final. So Oh, don't don't leave the stream because you want
Don't
to
go
see me.
anywhere.
Because you want to see me. Please
And we
stay.
still have a giveaway.
Yeah, we still have giveaway. So there you go. Happy Father's Day again to everyone.
Game. So for today's matchup, it's actually best of three decks. The idea of the tournament is to ban Demon Hunter and Priest. That's why it's called an enLIMITED tournament. So for Snapcaster, he's playing Druid, Rogue, and Warrior. And for Tope is playing Warrior, Druid, and Hunter. And I believe both Druids are banned.
Yes.
So
You won't be
what can
seeing
you say about this matchup, Percy?
now
It's actually Warrior versus
Hunter.
yeah,
I've always
mhm.
Highlander Hunter. I've always favored Hunter in the Hunter versus Warrior matchups only in the uh early to mid game. But since Warriors are now tailored differently to before, it I could say that this could be a 50-50 depending on the draws. If the Hunter doesn't have enough pressure to deal to the Warrior before he gets to a risky skipper turn where he just gets massive amounts of armor, then it'll be the Hunter's game to lose if that push comes to shove.
Agree. Actually, I think the hunter needs to have like the perfect curve for him to set the tempo early because this warrior deck has some surprise lethal towards the end, like the combo
Oh, yes, yes.
of the rage and the bloodsword mercenary. So right now we can see the hunter having a good, I can say this is a good curve. One drop on one and then two drop on two.
You don't really have a one drop and a two drop, but at least you have your middle sized cards with the evasive Fey and the mana saber. So I think that's going to be at least sufficient enough to give him board in the mid game. As long as he draws into the mana into the mana efficient cards, then he's in a good spot. This hunter's in.
Agree. And then for Snapcaster here, I can see him playing the Corcoran Elite. I'm assuming he will value trade here. So yeah. The Snapcaster's hands a little bit I'd say not the best because I can see here two Armor Smith,
Armor Smiths.
another Corcoran, and the Blood Boiled Brute. But for Tope, seems that he has a fairly good curve.
But with
So
this Corcon Elite being value traded, you might want to go off curve here and go Desert Spear so that you don't take the aggression from the Corcon Elite that he actually just coined out.
agree because he can't play the evasive Fey Wing since it will just get eaten
Trade
by the Corcoran. But yeah, for this one he played the, what do you call this one,
with the Mana Saber.
the mana saber. Which is actually a good good.
Yeah, it's okay because it's a mana
Mhm.
efficient. You don't really you can sacrifice 4 of your health in the early game to gain some tempo through this
Agree.
stealth minion, which warriors can't deal with.
Right. In the next turn he can probably just play the weapon and then the dragon. So this this is still, I think, a good, that's a good turn for Tope. And for Snapcaster right now,
You just draw a risky skipper,
yeah,
not yet
so
necessary.
would you go for Battle Rage here for two draws, or do you see any other place that you want
Uh,
to do?
since you already coined out the Korokron, yeah, I do see this other Korokron dropping right now. And that's exactly what Snapcaster does. The Battle Rage can stay for a little bit. You are guaranteed one draw because you already have damage. Got the damage from the steady shot a while ago. So in there's you have risky skipper in hand. You can draw. with their battle rage for much more cards in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, I think the display is good also because there's not a lot of cards that can probably kill all these three minions on the board. So Snapcasters being the aggressor here and just attacking Tope in the face. So for Tope's side, he needs to think of a way on how to stop this Horcrons, and I think is going to play the weapon now as well as an option for the 2-drop. And also, he doesn't use the face for the Horcrux, instead utilizing the token.
Because you're already down on tempo and you don't want to be down on life because, as you said a while ago, Ma'am Kara, the burst damage from this warrior is surprisingly potent.
Right, right. So for Snapcaster here, I think it's going to go with a risky skipper armor smith into battle rage turn for
Which is
three
four
draws.
cards, which is already valuable. There's two
Ah,
mana
yeah.
draw.
Sorry, that's 4 cards. You're right. So I think uh he badly needs card draw for this turn. So this is a good
Uh,
turn, and he got rewarded by patiently waiting for the right time to use the battle rage instead of
second battle rages.
correct. And now for Tope, he has two options here. I can only see two options, right? Hmm.
You have to deal with the risky skipper, otherwise it just spirals out of control.
So probably hit it in the face and use the token, right?
Yeah,
To kill it.
and then just deal with everything. Just play your own pressure cards with the evasive Wing and fairy draft.
It's
Uh,
actually I feel very scared actually for the hunter. I feel Snapcaster just needs to get the right cards for him. Oh, but
another
he already played the two Corcoran, so I think he's
the only pressure left is the board itself and a Grommash in his deck.
right. So for Topes side, there's no surprise lethal until maybe it turns 10 or 9 until Gromash can hit the board.
And this rampage here, bro, uh, is signaling either some early aggression, since we do see a Bloodsworn Mercenary in Snapcaster's hand, which can value up. But would you want to rampage this guy with you so you'll be able to draw more cards whenever the death rattle happens? Because you don't see a lot of pressure from the hunter side. You probably want to be the aggressor.
I think he's going to value trade here to get probably to get more armor. And this is also a good board for him with a 4-6 and a 4-1. Mm.
That's a good trade, a good random trade from Felmo. That's like
Yeah,
that's the best out of all of it. Out of all
agree. And also, to Pedro, a 4 mana, which if he didn't draw some cards to play, he might be super far behind. But now he can play both the the Blazing Battle Mage and the Taunt plus hero power here.
a
And
mana efficient turn here from Tope, which allows him to clear a single threat and develop his own threats. Though he has to be worried right now, as what you were saying a while ago, Mam Kara, that he is running low on cards and his opponent just battle raged into 4 cards. He's refreshed his hand while Tope is just trying to top deck for answers. And as a Highlander deck, you don't really want to top deck for your answers because you only have one copy of each card in your deck. It's going to be hard to draw cards.
agree. So for this one, I I'm thinking why Tope hold on to the battle mage. Is
There's
it
really no reason to.
is it playing around a possible risky skipper?
Probably risky skipper into Blood Boil Brute, but that shouldn't matter because you have a 1 health minion on the board. I don't know what he's thinking here.
What
It's
now?
it's a waste. It's a waste of mana. It's a waste of blood. It's a waste of space. I, oh, this is looking like a very sick turn. With the Bloodsworn Mercenaries is copying the Blood Boil Brutes. That's sick.
Actually, I'm thinking of a different play, like playing the risky skipper and killing the rest of the minions, and I think playing two more. I think on my perspective, I could have played risky skipper plus two more minions to
Yeah, so that you
clear
can
the board.
clear the board, stabilize. Instead of this janky trade, which leaves a free one on the board, which can trade up. But maybe
Yes, but-
he just saw the blinking yellow and thought that it was the better play, and this skill command draw not going to be good for Tope. Maybe Snapcaster was thinking of the pressure from these Blood Boil Brutes. I think he can deal enough damage for Tope to finish to close off the game. I think that's what he was thinking instead of value board clearing here a while ago.
Yeah, I think he's is also very far behind. So
Yeah,
um,
it's hard to come back from this unless you see like a Dragon Queen Alexstrasza into Nozari into Deathwing.
is it? Do we? We're thinking, is it lethal? Not yet.
Not
It's actually
yet.
10.
Just 12.
It's four. It's four off, right?
We are 4 off. The Anchor is not gonna be in. So maybe you can Battle Rage here to grab for an Inner Rage and Rampage to try to get to lethal. But you are so far ahead, you don't really want to take an unnecessary risk.
I think yeah.
I
It's
guess
going
I'll
to.
do here. Extra
to-
draws. Inner Rage. Nah.
So I think he's supposed to play the cashier. So to get the weapon, he still has, I believe, two remaining weapons
Light
on the
Wire
deck.
Lances. Yes.
Yeah, two live wireless. Or playing the anchor is also fine.
And
To
here's the pressure.
to deal 2 damage immediately. So now there's the only one play, the one that you're saying.
Sorry, Deathwing. I'm calling it, please. Okay, Aeon River. Oh well.
Yeah, I
Aeon
think
River's not
that's
gonna be enough. Wow! Not gonna be
so.
enough.
So actually, we're favoring the hunter here, right? But
Yes, but as I said, if the Hunter doesn't gain any tempo in the early to mid game, he is going to lose out on this warrior early, and that's exactly what happens as Snapcaster takes game 1 in this
yeah,
series.
that's very good play by I did not play, but a very good game for both players. Very well played, I believe, for both players. So good job for Snapcaster. Now up 1-0. He won with a warrior, and now he has Tempo
Tempo,
Rogue. I think Galakron remaining versus the same warrior. I mean the same hunter, and also a warrior from Tope. So you can see both
Embrace
spell.
the chaos.
Is it? I think it's both spell druids are banned.
Yes.
Okay. So, Enli, correct your your graphic. So now we're going to see the Galakron Rogue versus Tope switching to the
To this,
Enrage Warrior this time. So who do you think is favored here?
I
In
would
this
say
matchup?
that this is your unorthodox type of enrage warrior because I see a wrench caliber, I see
Oh,
blast.
okay, so this is a bomb warrior. So I
More
believe,
of a
yeah,
bomb.
it's a more of a bomb warrior.
The wrench caliber just gave it away for me.
Yeah.
And I have played a lot of bomb warrior when it was just announced it was just released in Rise of Shadows. It's less potent now because of the lack of augmented elect. But the Corsair Cash giving the extra charge, I think should be sufficient for the bomb wire to generate more bombs, and this bomb wire is more useful in Highlander against Highlander decks, because if you generate 2 bombs, that's already a duplicate. But other than that, Bomb Warrior is, I think it just lacks in ways to control the board because you just want to keep on aggressing. It's more of a slow aggro deck, a burn type of deck, which gets caught out in the open by like freeze effects, taunts, and since here Snapcaster has 2 Shields of Galakron, which can somewhat shut down the this wrench caliber going on. So I don't really see this warrior, this bomb warrior doing great. I
I
hope you can prove me wrong, Tope.
Yeah, I think the idea of the bomb warrior is for the Highlander decks, so that the Highlander cards will not proc, right? So I think Tope's strategy is like probably countering all the Highlander decks. That's why he brought this type of warrior. And we can see here
6/6
Snapcaster doing an okay 6/6 Edwin, because I think that's the best turn for that.
for that hand with
Yeah.
the double shield.
There's no really there's much of a choice for Snapcaster there.
And there's little ways for a warrior to deal with this 6/6 Edwin. You used to have Shield Slam to deal with it, and we do see a Shield Slam in his deck list. But we don't have a Shield Block Shield Slam yet for Tope to be able to clear this able to clear this Edwin. This Edwin is going to stay for at least 3 more turns, which would probably be enough to dismantle Tope's board and ultimately win him the game. But Tope is hovering over the Kobold Lucky, so he might coin it out. So, never mind me saying 3 turns. It's just going to.
Actually, I didn't notice the Kobold Lucky, but yeah, I think this is a good play from Tope. I mean, getting the damage just to kill the Edwin there. So now for Snapcaster, there's only one turn really just to play the Shield of Galakron on curve and buff the Galakron. I think it's just the first invoke.
Yep.
And I just noticed Snapcaster is using the stealth package with the Grey Heart Sage and the rest of the. So it's more of a different, and also he has some questing adventurer. So
It's a more tempo aggressive base. Because you have Sky Batir, Sky Mistress, something that you can't really deal with. So it's like ambush rogue without the secrets. And it's kind of better. I think there's only one way to play the rogue nowadays, which is by putting all of the Galakron decks and you just mix it up. And I think this is what the kind of deck Snapcaster has with the stealth package Galakron.
yeah, I want to watch this. I mean, this is kind of new for me. I mean, for the stealth package, I haven't played it actually. So I want to see how this rogue performs. So I think he's just thinking whether he kills the armor smith or the risky skipper, or maybe even
Both.
I think he wants to kill the armor smith, right? Or maybe not.
Maybe just the skipper into the Shield of Galakron here is just okay as well. Because the risky skipper allows the crazy armor smith turns. The armor smith alone doesn't really do a lot. So the risky skipper trade here is probably better. Finally, there's a shield slam, so you can see a shield block, shield slam. And that's definitely what Tope was Snap going for. Immediately. No thoughts.
So that's a very good draw for Tope, just to survive,
Burn them all.
at least get more armor. And for after shield block, shield slam, there's still I think 2 more mana, right?
Mana, you can just armor up.
Arbor up or probably play the
Sky Pirate.
pirate.
Yeah. A Sky Raider.
Or
Ah, yeah. This also works.
this actually works as well. Hmm.
Ah, okay. I see it. Yeah. Trade into the Sky Vitir and then just with Chilaki. And trade this 1/1 into a better free drop. The Armorsmith's already done its job. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have mana. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I think the play is most probably Togwaggle here. Right?
Yes, you would have an Ethereal Lucky into Togwaggle. That's the most natural looking play from the hand. You have 3 Lackeys. If you're not going to use one of them this turn, going to be a waste.
And next turn is probably just a one turn for Snapcaster. But for Tope here, actually don't know how to play this specific Bomb Warrior deck. Is it that he's just needs to be super defensive, or because I can see very defensive cards like Brawl, Shield Block.
Yeah. That's how I remember playing it as this version, except minus Sword and Board and minus all of the other Shield Block, Shield Slap. I wanted usually I think the old Bomb Warrior decks are what do you call this? They have like the Horde Villager, where you can get more copies of your weapon. You can equip more copies of your wrench caliber, so that you can make more bombs. So that makes it more in the line of aggressive. But the main weakness of that warrior was its lack of defensive tools. So with the addition of all of these defensive tools, you do want to play your wrench calibers in a more defensive style board, trading to boards, and while you're gaining a lot more armor. So that's 1 bump out of 3. Just 10 more damage staring at Snapcaster if he draws into the deck. Here's a Wondrous One. That's 2 bombs.
Whoa! He's gonna actually get the. I think that will work. Yeah, the bomb will remove the zero buff
the zero,
on that
yes,
card.
yes.
Yep.
That was a risky Wondrous One.
But I think that's with 2 bombs. Is it 2 bombs left or is it 3?
It
When you
was
play
it was
the
2
one.
bombs. It was 2 bombs. Now it's only 1 bomb left.
Yeah. So out of 19 cards, I think it's very less likely to draw, but he still got unlucky and draw the bomb. So
Yeah.
now I can see the warrior coming back from this with at least this 25 health, and Caster is now at 14. So just 2 more bombs, and here we see Galakron being in the hand. That's actually good
that's
for.
safe. By 1 bomb. Good for Snapcaster, yes.
But for me, I think I will still wait for the full invoke for the Galakron
How
instead
many
of playing. It's
Oh,
actually
yeah, 1 more. 1 left.
yeah, just 1 left.
Burn them all.
So and also the hand of Snapcaster is quite full, so you can't really play the Galakron on the.
Here's
So
a valid
here
Death Wing.
and Snapcaster will overdraw 1 card here. Let's see what will.
No, he won't.
what will-
He won't. Oh, yeah,
won't?
Never
Yeah,
mind.
he will
This guy
yeah.
here, I forgot.
Woo! My God.
Oh, and that's all of the bombs. He will not discard the bomb, unfortunately. Questing Adventure, not a big loss given this hand filled with a lot of value. But now, suddenly, this Bomb Warrior, from entering its defensive state, has now turned into the aggressor. I guess that's how you play Bomb Warrior. You just stay on the defensive and wait for your opponent, who doesn't have a lot of healing, to draw into the bombs. Oh, this is a good reborn minion from the Pharaoh Cat.
Yeah,
Should
it's actually a good reborn because we know Rogue's very it doesn't have any healing cards. So getting this card tooth is very good for Snapcaster.
a total of healing 6 health will now make him survive 3 bombs instead of 2.
Yeah,
Just
and more importantly, I think with a weapon with a wrench caliber in hand from Tope, he won't be able to swing in the face. So this taunt. Also, we know that Rogue doesn't have any taunt cards, but this one really helped him. Oh,
whoa,
Freedom Muerte.
Katrina
The-
has arrived. Although Katrina has a big chance to just summon 1/1, so this isn't really the minion you want, but it's still, you got a free 2/3 out of the evolve, which is already value in itself. So you do see Snapcaster trading everything off them. He uses an eviscerate to do so, though.
why do you think he I'm actually thinking of a flick there, but might be or maybe he just wants to load the Galacron. So it will be fully invoked.
Reactively. Yeah, I guess so.
But he can also play the flick and then use the seal fate 2/3. That's also a valid option.
Oh yeah, then that of course does the invoke, as you said. You wouldn't have the Titanic Lucky, uh you don't have the Titanic Lucky, the Scartooth Defender.
Yep. And I think he's just trying to unload some of his cards so that he can play the Galacron next turn. But
That's a Blade Storm. He can Blade Storm this board. But he's just gonna go on the aggressive here. These Luckies don't matter, and the face damage matters more with dealing the... One minute. Hold on.
so now he will I think he needs to play cards unless he wants to overdraw one card here. The best minion to get from the Galacron is the Corcron
Excuse,
Elite.
excuse me. There was a there was a visitor for a bit.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay. So it's delaying the Galacron here, but it's actually very risky because he might draw into some
Might draw
bombs.
into the bombs.
Yep.
Yep. Uh,
On wings of evil.
I guess he doesn't want to overdraw the one card, so he's just going with display and unloading more cards.
yep.
And misses what I think missed one damage from the Goblin Lucky.
Yeah, and I hope that one damage doesn't matter in the long run. Oh, the risky
Oh,
skipper top deck, just lethal for Tope, and both warriors have been cleared out for both players. So we're going into a game 3.
it's
This is
yeah, it's
the
the
warrior.
1-1 already and both
1-1.
warriors winning, right? Correct.
Game 3. Both warriors. This just proves that warrior is in a really great spot in this meta.
That's why I'm surprised it was not banned and instead they go for the Druid.
The Druid.
For the Druid ban.
Yeah,
Okay. So the last deck for Tope is going back to that Highlander Hunter. So but before that game was actually very well played for Tope. Yes. Huh?
Versus Maiev.
Sige. Go. Giveaway courtesy of Kara na kasi ako yung nanalo.
So now we're on to game 3
Yeah. We're now in game 3 between Snapcaster and Tope, the semifinals number 2 match. Winner of this will go to the finals
to face DualNote.
to face DualNote, who has very aggressive decks, I heard. So here, Mulligan face Snapcaster keeping the Grey Heart Sage. And Tope, did he keep
We kept the
7?
brand.
Wow.
He kept the brand. This is. I wouldn't do this since I know that the rogue is the more aggressive type. But let's see if this risk pays off because it is definitely hard to draw your brand. That's why in this Highlander deck, it's hard to draw your brand. So this is gonna
Sige.
be
After ng game.
difficult.
Yeah, actually, I think what Tope is thinking there is it's really hard for the rogue to kill a King Crush. I think aside from Flick, there's no way to actually um deal with King Crush. Am I right?
Flick, a random assassinate. But apart from that, maybe a sap could delay it, but it's just an extra damage
Yep. I think there's no sap in the deck.
for in the deck list. Oh, well,
Yeah.
definitely not. So it's gonna be even more limited ways to deal with the King Crush. So I guess Tope has prepared for this, and keeping the brand is the better option. As long as he has ways to deal with the board, he should be fine.
And for this turn, I think he's going to forgo attacking with a spy mistress so that he has an option to play the Greyheart Sage later on.
Then that's what he definitely does. It's like old old Shade of Naxxramas, where you don't commit your stealth minions immediately, so that you can gain value once you see your other minions come into play.
And now we can see here a very dominant board from Tope with a 4-6 and 3-5 on the board. And I think Snapcaster is probably looking for answers here if he's going to play the Greyheart Sage.
Yeah, there's really no other way that you can contest for the board other than to destroy this. The only thing that you can destroy in this board. So probably a Greyheart Sage into an Eviscerate should deal with Snapcaster's problem in a jiffy.
Mm-hmm. Or you can also play the Lucky to but he will sacrifice 2 minions to probably the 2 Greyheart Sage
Or you
sacrifice.
can just play it on the Spy Mistress and take the 4 damage with his face. Is that going to be valuable enough? That does save a minion, but
Yeah, I think that's also a good play. I mean, a nice play. So that it's even more value trading into a 1 health minion rather than the 3 health.
yes.
And Tope having option to
He can
trade
actually brand
value
this
trade.
turn. He can brand this turn with
Oh,
the
right.
Mana Saber and the coin. But given the board, is that actually worth it? Because we do see in Snapcaster's hand 2 Eviscerates. Both of the Eviscerates which will definitely deal with the King Crush. And as the pet, you have to be thinking, is he going to use out the Eviscerates?
I think he'll definitely go with the brand because why keep it in the
Because why not?
mulligan when you're not playing it. So
But this is
yeah,
he did not trade into the Greyheart Sage. Because he's going for an all-out face attack for 11 damage this turn. Which forces an answer from Snapcaster. King Crush on turn 5 is just too good, Ma'am Kara. Just too good.
yeah, correct. And for Snapcaster here, he can clear the King Crush, and I think he can. Let me see if he can clear the whole board. I think he can with a combination of shadow stepping the Goblin Lucky for something. Let's see.
Uh,
Um,
there
mhm.
we go. And the double eviscerate for the King Crush, as he said. Yeah, this looks like Tope's game. The highly aggressive King Crush turn is probably going to be enough to seal him the game with the Stormhammer and the Animal Companion in his hand. Yeah, I guess that was what he was going for there. Just aggression.
Yeah, I think I think Tope realized that just needs to go face because it's hard for the rogue to actually um get rid of the whole board. So
Yes, and as you said, rogues don't have a lot of healing these days. And
and is it lethal? Is it
not yet.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Unless you get a Huffer here, Huffer is always lethal, right, chat? It's always Huffer is always lethal here. But it's, of course, this is not a Huffer.
So goes
That's
down.
it.
Snapcaster goes down to
2 HP. This is game. There's really no sufficient way. There are no rogue spells that heal you. Yeah, this is game.
Yep. So Snapcaster failing twice using the Galacron stealth package versus the warrior in the
And this Highlander Hunter. Yeah.
Yep. Wala.
Well
Okay.
played. Smart move.
So that's a well played for Snapcaster, and Tope moves on to
To the finals. Yep. Tope winning 2-1 versus Snapcaster. And still good job to Snapcaster for finishing top 4. I think he still gets 2 packs and some Razor Z Silvers courtesy of
Just not
Vogel and Razor.
still pretty good.
So now, Enli, are we going on a break or? I think they're already in the mulligan phase. So good luck to both Tope and DualNote. May the best player win. This is a best of 3 game, and Tope is playing the earlier decks that we saw, which is Warrior, Druid, and Hunter. And how about DualNote? Percy, what is
DualNote is
Note?
playing Hunter, Paladin, and Warrior, all of which are hyper aggressive.
Yeah, it's all very hyper aggressive. As we can see in the semifinals one, he maybe finished the game in, I don't know, 3 minutes.
3 minutes
So-
each. At least it's 3 minutes each. It's not 3 minutes entirely, right?
So now we can see Tope starting again with a warrior, with a bomb warrior, and DualNote playing his face hunter.
Face Hunter. And I thought I'd never see the day where Stone Tusk War would actually see play in the Hunter, in the Face Hunter.
But because of the new card, I think that's the add +3. If I'm what's the name of the card? It's
Scavenger's Ingenuity.
aside from that, there's another one. Wait, let me see if it's in the deck.
It's not a
It's not.
Pack Tactics, the secret.
And there's another card. Wait, the deal 4 damage and add +2/+2
Trap
to.
shot. Okay.
Yeah, that one. I think it's okay. It's not in the deck, so
It's too slow. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
I
only
believe-
deals damage to a minion, I think.
right. I believe the value of the Stone Tusk Bar is for the Scavenger's Ingenuity. So here,
Everything is
Tope-
too slow. Except the big old whelp, which of course draws a card.
agree. And Tope easily just value traded the Stone Tusk Bar with the Sky Raider, and he has actually drawn all of his weapons here. So meaning is not going to draw anything with the Corsair Cash.
Corsair Cash. Unfortunate, but if that's enough to make him stay alive in this game, then it's a draw that's kind of worth it. You do see
Burn them.
Tope's early drops in his hand right now to contest for this board.
So he's going to probably coin out the weapon, right, and just deal with the primordial
Or
explorer.
yes, there's no you don't want to commit both of your risky skippers in this small board. You'd rather take the chance that that this Felmo hits your 1/1.
But he instead goes face. Oh, I thought he goes face. Okay, so he traded with the primordial explorer. Actually, I'm double checking the deck of DualNote. I can actually see it's not really a face hunter, but more of a tempo related. I see demons here like Evasive Feywing, Rotnest Drake, and
You
it's
mean
like a combination, right?
uh
Combination of
face hunter? It's like dragon hunter but
yeah,
faster.
yeah, something like that. So it's not really a face hunter, but some sort of combination of those cards.
Yes, if it was face hunter, we would see toxic reinforcements, Kobold Sun Trooper, which we do see in his warrior deck, which was banned. While Tope's Highlander Hunter, on the other hand, was banned.
So for Tope here is probably going to trade again with one of these two minions, probably the evasive Feywing, since it has
Burn
it can
them
be
all.
targeted by spells.
And it's a dragon, so you don't want to see just Stormhammer not losing charges in case DualNote plays it.
Yep, correct. And Tope, you're feeling actually safe and good because he has both armor spit and risky skipper on hand. So
Yes.
he can use this anytime he feels that is very low on life, because right now it's already 21 but still still healthy at this point. So it's gonna either play shield block and just go face with a minion.
And he's back up to 21 with that shield block.
And it's going to save this risky skippers for a swing third with the armor smiths. And for DualNote here, he has several options of playing either the big O Whelp or playing Face Stalker Hero Power into a one drop. What do you think is the most optimal play here?
Uh, Face Stalker and Blazing Battle Mage, the second play, because uh, y- when you hero power into the secret, it technically draws you a card because you take away a secret from your deck. So it's kind of like drawing you a card and you're pushing two more minions into your board.
Okay, I see. And then I think there's only two secrets in the deck, which is an explosive trap. So meaning he's going to draw the remaining secret in the deck since he already has one in the card in the hand.
Yeah,
So
but
he
this is
but he
the more pressure type here. He doesn't want to waste the explosive trap on this 1-1.
and Captain Greenskin comes into the hand. I think it's a good draw for Tope. Meaning he can still I don't know, maybe probably attack the 5/5 and still has a charge of the 4/1, or do you think
He's gonna get dangerously low afterwards.
Burn them
We do
all.
know that he's playing a kind of aggressive hunter. You don't want to put your life at so low
so
at this point of the game.
do you think he's going for the armor smith play now, since
He's hovering over it, and it kind of looks like
Must burn them all.
it's your only play. But you can't get an extra armor because you have to trade in this Sky Raider.
I think no matter what you do, you still need to hit the minion, this minion. Use your face to hit the minions because it won't clear. I think it won't clear, right? Because
Must
Yeah,
he
there's
can.
only
burn them all.
Mhm.
yeah. I don't think it would still even clear here. The 5-4 will remain a 5-1. He has to play his second risky skipper here to clear, which is not even gonna be enough.
The order should be. Should it be a risky skipper first before the armor smith, or he wants to get the armor from the armor? Because if you play the the risky skipper first before the armor smith, you can, I think, clear the 5/1, right?
Oh yes, right.
Because it will proc.
I wonder.
Yeah, it will leave you with a 1-1 risky skipper and a 1-1 armor smith, but without the 5-1. Yeah. That never crossed my mind. I don't usually play double risky skipper.
I'm not sure if Tope just wants to utilize the because if he plays the armor smith, I think it's just a wrong order probably.
It's wrong order. So to pay, if you want to review for your top 8 games, I guess this is a play that you can consider.
Quickly.
the double risky skipper. Yeah, it's a learning experience to learn to just check whether a double risky skipper is more worth than extra armor.
So for DualNote here, let's see what he does. He clears the armor smith and plays this. So
Secret.
of course Tope already knows that this is a explosive trap since it's the only secret in the deck. So um he won't attack.
Into the face stalker, yes. And if we remember the trackings from DualNote, he did mill the bomb, the single bomb, one of the bombs from the deck, but that's 1 out of 3, and now it's suddenly a 1 in 8 chance for DualNote to draw those bombs, which might equalize this position faster.
I think Tope will still attack here to get rid of the secret and then probably play a quartermaster.
You should, because you're going to have a hard time to hit your opponent's hero if you don't trade in now. But what
Yeah.
is
So I think he just decides to.
played here? Or no?
I
doesn't
think he doesn't want to attack. Maybe he's thinking of drawing another armor smith, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
He doesn't have a Bloodsworn Mercenary in the deck, so yeah.
Another option there is to just hero power and play the Sky Raider, which is also 3 mana instead of playing the
The Quartermaster.
because it quartermaster you can play later in a later turn so that you can get 3 armor and you can use your hero power there to at least get at least 2 more armor or life. So that's another option that Tope can do on the previous turn.
Yes, and it's difficult to see these kinds of minuscule plays when all you're thinking about is trying to survive this this onslaught from this dragon face-ish hunter. So what's here for DualNote? What do you want? What would
I
you
think
want?
I'll go with the probably evasive
It is
worm.
very valuable instead of the big old whelp a while ago. No fairy dragon proc. I mean, no drop. There's a sword and board, which should deal armor gain some armor, even if it's a little bit.
So I can see there dual note for going to play the fairy dragon because he doesn't want the minions to just trade on the fairy dragon because he wants to proc probably the secret. So he just skip playing the fairy dragon that turn.
If he chooses to proc explosive trap now that no minions die from it. We do have a 5/3 Bloodsail Raider from this equip.
Draws the scavengers in Genuity. I think that will buff
Either the boar or the face stalker at this point.
Yep, there's still one face stalker left in the deck, so
And that face stalker will just be a 4/5 that does nothing. But it's still a 4/5.
yep. So better to buff the boar, right?
The boar. It's your small amount of burst.
And Tope now playing the Deathwing here.
The trade there was to save 1 health on this Deathwing. And now suddenly, Tope is on the aggression with this 12/4 Deathwing.
And there's no dragon in hand for that corrosive breath, although it will really not kill the Deathwing. So would you go for the risky play of just Dragon Bane into hero power?
I wouldn't, but what's life without a little risk?
Because it's not really dead on board yet. That's 15, right? So 3 damage off. So
But
he's going
still,
for the risky play.
bombs
Oh,
in
and
this deck.
doesn't get rewarded. So
Now,
um
maybe an explosive trap works here? Or no?
I think you just go for the scavengers and then we get the boar. I mean get the a beast so that you can proc kill command next turn.
Ah, yes.
So it's
Assured damage.
and then probably play the blazing battle mage just to absorb some of the damage from the board.
And here's the boar.
Okay, so it's going to play the one the blazing battle mage. He needs to save the boar for the activation of the kill command. And I think going to sir is it so the max armor he can get is 2 into 4. So that's 7, 8, 9. So he can go up to 11 health.
Yes.
And Draconic Lucky can still play and look for a taunt. But
A conundrum.
Is that gonna be enough to keep him in the game? Or even at least deal lethal damage here? With 12 cards left in DualNote's deck, he still has 2 bombs in the deck, if I'm not mistaken.
so you want the risky play of just going face and
Burn them all.
wish he draws bomb next turn?
I wouldn't, but still, this is going to be enough. Like, you just armor up, sword and board, 11 damage. It's going to be hard for. I think if I'm Tope, I'm thinking it's going to be hard to. You don't die from 11. You just don't. So now, DualNote needs a dragon to win.
5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So it's actually it's lethal, right?
Oh yeah, a dragon. Here we go. That's 3, 6, 11.
Yep.
Yeah, the dragon top
It's
deck.
lethal. The
enough
dragon
to
top
win
deck
the
is
game.
lethal, but without the dragon, it's actually one off. I think. Yep.
Yes, it's one off.
It's one
The
off.
dragon
But
top deck.
another option, it's one off, and then I'm thinking of playing the trap. But I think he
He
can
play
still
around.
armor. Yeah,
Armor
he
up,
can
play
still
around.
armor up and then so
Yes.
good game for both players between Tope and DualNote.
Wow.
So DualNote up 1-0 with a
Dragon.
unique dragon hunter face deck. So now let's see the bans. I think DualNote's warrior is banned and then Tope hunter is banned. So we're going to see DualNote with this last deck, which is
The Murloc
the Murloc Paladin. And Tope, we'll see if he sticks with the warrior or goes to the spell druid. And still sticks with his warrior.
It's hard to win with Spell Druid given all of DualNote's decks. So he has to go for the warrior to try to grab a win, and then he'll try to steal a win with the druid. Because it's going to be difficult to play with the druid no matter which deck the DualNote plays.
So so I guess the strategy with that being said, Percy, I think the strategy if DualNote is to counter the druid decks because he brought some aggressive decks. So
Yes.
he wants to pin down the spell druid. And during the last enLIMITED tournament, it's actually Tope who won that event and was the champion. And then DualNote was also on the top 4. So this time he has already a better finish since he's already in the finals. And looking at his hands, he wants to go for the win here.
Yeah, he's DualNote, the third placer, putting the previous champion on the back foot with this aggressive, of all of his aggressive decks. Right now, DualNote is undefeated in the tournament, which is very impressive given that he only has aggressive decks.
Is it drop
No, like,
drop matches?
no drop matches. Every match he
It's
plays is
perfect. Wow.
he's currently on a perfect run.
So I think the group D players from the Elite Series needs to scout this guy so that
Need step up.
he can counter them on the upcoming event. By the way, the Elite Series is returning on June 26th. That's actually a Friday. In the new time slot, that's actually 6 p.m. So we're gonna feature matches from groups A and B, the decider match, and so that we will know who will enter the top 8 from groups A and B. And then on the 27th, we're going to see the opening matches from groups C and D, and of course, Enli is playing there, DualNote is playing there, Enrico is playing there, and the rest of the group C and D players. So enough of that. Let's go back to the game. Percy, what do you think as the do you think this is still a 50-50 game for both players, or who has an advantage here?
Uh, if I just look at the hands, I think with dual note lacking in the Murlocs to buff, I'm thinking that let's see here. I think Tope might actually equalize here. Dual note doesn't have enough pressure. The Murlocs from the underbelly, the angler rod didn't didn't do as much. The underlight angling rod, I should say, didn't give in board pressure Murlocs. So I'm favoring Tope here.
So I think he will clear the 2-3 and then hit the 2-1 with the 1-1 and then play the Felfin so that he will buff the Murloc from the Hugsteed.
Yeah, that's the best you can do here.
So for Tope, he has several options to. It's either just clear the 4-4 and play the pirate and probably hope for another pirate. Or do you think it needs to play the Blade Storm now? Or
The Bladestorm only clears the 2-2, which will leave the Toxfin at a 2-1, which
okay.
doesn't really do anything. So here we do see the Sky Raider, as you said. Kara gives us a Sacket Sapper, which might be useful just to contest.
Yeah. I think the pirate is really good just to have a minion on board because based on the hand, we can see that Tope is holding all spells, but he chooses to minimize the damage from this.
And clear most of the Murlocs because the Scalord is going to get less value. So is the Skull Light Seer is going to get less value. So I think that was the more optimal play, just clearing dual notes Murlocs. So now Tempo Scalord. That's the best you can do in this situation.
And other option for Tope, it's quite awkward for the hand, really, because I don't wanna brawl this board and you can't
No,
play
no, you can
Blade.
Blade Storm this board actually by hitting the Scalord with the weapon and then just Blade Storming.
Oh.
Because of the Divine Shield actually made
So
sure.
you want to hit the 2-1 and
No, I
then
want to hit the Scalord, the 5-6, which brings it down to 2 health, and then Blade Storm kills both of the minions.
but deal 1 damage to yeah,
Repeat, repeat
right.
until 1 dies. So yes.
And then just play another Corsair Cash. Or is this the wrong order? What is
Or just armor up. No, it's fine. It's the same order.
okay, it's the same. I see. So I think he's gonna play the Corsair Cash here so that he has good answers to upcoming minions.
And there's
And
the Anchor. Easily a draw engine.
I believe the Paladin doesn't have any draw engine aside from Hand of Adal. So
It's going to be difficult for this Paladin to come back after losing Steam.
yep. So he's just thinking whether to play the Murloc War Leader, but he knows that he has a weapon in hand with a buffed weapon, so he won't go ahead. He won't waste that War Leader, thinking
Yes.
it's gonna die.
So now with 3 bombs in DualNote's deck, just a Tempo Blastmaster move. I miss the days where I get to play this on 7 with 3 bombs, and here, Tope, living the dream. And here's just full-on aggression.
Yeah, I think that's the only way. I'm checking the deck and see if Dual Note has any chargers. I think this deck doesn't have any charge, so I think Tope just needs to clear this board and he's safe already.
Destroy the War Leader, get some good RNG from these boom bots. That's already good RNG.
That's good.
Really good. Astonishing. Those boom bots. Oh my goodness.
Safe to say we're going to see a game 3 here between Tope and Dual Note.
Definitely.
And just to take note, I believe this is Dual Note's first match loss, right?
Yes. So we do have quite a game here, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a match here, ladies and gentlemen. My gosh. And now we are going to see the next game where it's the roles will be reversed. Paladin is now going to be the aggressor when Druid is trying to stay alive to get his Mount Seller turn up.
I think another key card there is whoever gets the coin has an advantage. Tope for Tope really needs that coin just to minimize the disadvantage of the decks. If
Yes.
Tope gets the coin, he can probably steal that game. So
And of course, the extra coin not only does ramp you up, and it can also be used as like an extra charge for your Mount Seller, which can give you another 6-or, another diving griffon, another way to contest the board and survive the onslaught that is Murloc Paladin.
yep. And yeah, I'm excited to see who will win this game 3. So good luck to both players.
Look,
We're
this
we're,
is
we're streaming in we're streaming a bit delayed. I mean, it's a delayed match, so
yeah, just this is to prevent any sort of stream sniping. But of course, we do expect maximum integrity out of these players who are also elite, Hearthstone elite players.
yep. And don't forget, if you want to join the raffle, I think there's another one. So just type hashtag more enLIMITED please in the chat.
Yes.
And yeah, and this match, as you can see, Tope again in a disadvantage. Didn't get the coin. So
Okay, Breath of Dreams into no dragon, just to draw a card. This Imprisoned Sun Guild, though, on 1, is actually a force to be reckoned with, since once it goes online, you'll be able to immediately buff all of the minions coming from the Imprisoned Sun Guild with either the Cold Light Seer or the 4-drop.
yep. So what do you think for Tope here? He's gonna play Crystal Power on the 3-2 or gonna do it, right? Because you need
Yes,
to.
and you need to survive somehow.
Yep.
And next turn, you can just play Felfin Navigator. I keep forgetting the name of this 4-drop.
Yeah, actually for me, I'm familiar with Felfin since I play Battleground. So this is one of the cards, good cards that you can play in the Battleground. So
Like tier 3, right?
yep.
Yeah.
So he's gonna weapon down this
Panther.
this 3-2 Panther and
Let me think.
go ahead with the aggression. And for Tope's side, he can either play the Felfin Navigator and also drawing the
Moonfire.
ramp is also fine. Is
yeah.
okay. Right?
Yes, there's really limited ways to deal with the current turn, since he did not ramp up. He didn't ramp up. he doesn't have anything to pressure. So as what I said a while ago, we're seeing a reverse DualNote now on the aggression against Tope, who's trying to defend his not only his match but also his title as the unlimited champion.
And I also noticed the deck of dual note having two consecration. It's actually not very common for Murloc Paladins to have a consecration deck, and I think this is because of the his plan to just counter the druid. So if it in case the druid plays Glowfire Swarm or anything, he has some counter plays for it. So
Yes, that's an interesting take there, Ma'am Kara, because I mean I would also play consecration on twos, even if you'd rather want like probably a blessing of kings, though that's probably pushing for a lot. Though there are some cards in this Murloc Paladin deck, I'm not sure if this is similar to any other legend decks that I'm not that I should probably research if I want to talk about more Murloc Paladins choices. But I do
so
agree that two consecrations might be pushing it, but I think it's necessary.
So now we can see here dual note is now loading the board with all the Murlocs because um Druids doesn't have any way to answer this aside from if there's a what do you call that five
Starfall.
mana, yeah, that one. But looking at Topes deck here, I think yeah,
He doesn't even have a swipe, which would
there's
be
no
good.
swipe, there's no starfall, so dual note's very confident that this board won't be answered.
Yes. Also the advantages of an open deck list. You wouldn't know that he does not have a swipe in the deck if it wasn't for an open deck list. And right now, Tope is looking like in a bad spot. These three glow flies aren't going to do a lot. And oh no, War Leader. Oh, there's an
Wow.
extra.
Dual notes thinking about consecrating this board and just protecting the minions.
Because
What do you think about that?
it is lethal next turn. Because so there's really no reason to not defend these Murlocs. Yeah, it would have been 3 off with the Murloc, with the War Leader. Too bad.
So
And yeah, this is looking like GG
this is
for
the game. Yep, dual note winning. Actually, when I'm getting dual notes achievements, he told me that he doesn't have any achievement currently in Hearthstone, aside from getting the Elite Series qualifier. So, dual note, if you're watching this, congrats! And this is you can add this in your Hearthstone resume, winning the enLIMITED tourney number 2
yes, that's
and getting 7 packs right and at least $10.
$10 worth.
Whopping $10 from
10,000.
Envy.
Uh, that's one big. I wish all.
So
Oh.
now, yeah, congrats to Dual Note with this
Very
winning,
convincing victory.
convincing game 3, thumping over the Spell Druid of Tope, and very good game between both players.
Coming down to the very last game as well.
Yep.
Very intense.
And I think we will talk a little bit later to Dual Note, the champion. We're just going to wait for him to on the call with us.
Yes.
So
Once again, congratulations, Dual Note, and thank you everyone for participating in Enly's Unlimited Tournament number 2. Yeah.
yeah, thank you to all the players who participated and for all the viewers watching right now.
Yes.
If you enjoy this casting, follow Percy HS in
That's
Facebook.
that's Percy with the 3 and the E. I should
Yeah,
say.
Percy with the 3.
Yeah.
And I think you also stream in Twitch, Percy, sometimes, right?
Yeah, but because of work, I rarely get to do that. But when I do, it's twitch.tv/NOHKPercy. You can see me in the chat. You can follow me there. And I have some like Hearthstone content and some variety games as well, playing with friends and all of that good stuff. Yeah.
Yep, and you also have a YouTube. Go ahead, promote your YouTube.
Wow. I
While waiting for
over the caller, right?
DualNet, yeah.
Yeah.
DualNote to get
Uh,
on the call.
yeah. Actually, my most recent video from my YouTube channel was just 2 months ago, so maybe I should update that by probably adding this to my first ever casting experience. There. It's it's also per CHS on YouTube. I made this. I make all sorts of gaming content as well. Not only Hearthstone, also some Rainbow Six and Final Fantasy, and all of that stuff. My most recent video was me opening 435 packs of Ashes of Outland.
Wow, you're so rich.
Uh, eh, I I wouldn't think of it as rich. It was just using the prize money that I won from the tournament that I won last year. Instead of like putting it on something else, I use it on the I use it on Hearthstone in a way to give back to the game that provided me a sort of career in esports. Yeah,
Oh, good, good.
there's
Um, that's actually a lot, no? How much is it? Is it 10,000? Did you spend all your prize winnings for packs?
actually yes,
Or
yes, but actually it's more than 10,000. It's never like was it 25? Because I did get like additional money from the game from the finals
wow.
match. Yeah,
How did you open the packs? Did you open it one by one, or
one
did you
by
use
one. I mean, was there is there a macro to be
Yeah,
able?
actually, I have. I saw one player from Indonesia doing it, and I asked for the code. So what it does is you just open it and just go to open packs, and then it will automatically open your packs, all your packs.